Since the beginning of the year, Canada has been making its policies around its international student program more restrictive, including reducing the number of study permits it gives out to foreign student applicants. A new poll by Leger commissioned by Omni News says a majority of immigrants are in favor of stricter policies.
We've seen applications at our institutions down 54%, and that's well beyond the number that was identified by the government as a target of 35%.
I don't disagree with the need to cap. I disagree with how turbulent the rollout has been. There needed to be a lot more consultation with the actors involved, including the educational institutions and the colleges and the private colleges.
All the players who are involved need to be able to work together to deliver the real benefits of the immigration system and the international student system.
Some current and former international students say it's very apparent some of the changes will make it harder for them to stay in Canada, like having to reprove English language proficiency in order to get a post-graduation work permit.
Having now again to prove something that you have already done, which is financially stressful, mentally it's stressful. So adding all of that together kind of, adds to the complexity, and I think it makes status even more precarious.
Another student from China feels the business degree he came to Canada to study for won't be competitive enough in this new climate.
Doing a master's degree is like a mandatory thing, for me.
But an Omni News poll of 1,500 people who were not born in Canada shows 67% of immigrants support stricter policies on the international student program, with 23% opposing stricter rules. When asked if the current and proposed measures are sufficient to prevent abuse of the program, 50% said more measures are needed, while 26% said policies like capping the number of international students and reducing their full-time working hours are enough.
I think that cutting their working hours and cutting the number of them is one way to minimize the number of students who might be coming over under false pretenses.
But Sue also says the policy does not take into account the differences in institutions and programs, which have varying demands on a student's time and energy with regards to working hours.
We can't be talking about this really large group with extremely different interests in this one blanket way, and we also shouldn't have policy that deals with it just like that, so strictly.
We have more from this poll with New Canadians on our website citynews.ca. For City News, I'm Dilshad Burman.